But we begin tonight with breaking news in our politically charged investigation. The city of Phoenix telling ABC 15 they're expanding the outside investigation into the Phoenix Police Department.
Before, the investigation run by an outside law firm was only looking into a challenge coin officers made to celebrate shooting a protester in the groin. Now, the investigation will also look into the role officers played in charging a group of protesters as a criminal street gang. The decision to expand the case was a direct result of the interview you're about to see.
ABC 15 investigator Dave Biskobing going one-on-one with city manager Ed Zerker. During that interview, Dave asked, why isn't the city doing more to address the widespread problems our politically charged investigation exposed?
There's a lot that's happened. It's not good. Should we even be at this point?
What point?
The point where there needed to be an outside investigation that, the coin wasn't looked into, that we're here having to discuss it.
Sure. Well, ideally, of course, no, you never want to have investigations of your police department or any of your employees. But, you raise some important points in your reporting that are important to follow up, the issues of the challenge coin and the speech.
3 weeks ago, our investigation exposed that after a 2017 protest where this happened, Phoenix officers kept this coin to celebrate, and the speech on the coin is concerning. There are ties to hate speech by the far right and the far left, and you can see what side the coin picked. Our investigation also exposed the department knew, and Chief Jerry Williams was specifically shown the coin and questioned about it as part of a lawsuit.
This coin, right, the chief was shown it in 2019, pictures of it, she was deposed it, nothing happened. I mean, you're her boss. Is that acceptable?
Well, that's why I have the outside investigation happening, so that I can get the facts surrounding what happened and why. What's the timing? Where was the information flow? Where did it fall short? And then make decisions based on that information and based on those facts.
Okay, but she knew, so nothing happened. That's why we're here. Does that concern you?
I'm concerned to understand the full context of what happened. I'm concerned with the coins. I'm concerned with the speech on the coins. That's why I brought Ballard Spahr in to do that review.
Again, Chief Jerry Williams answers directly to the city manager. He's her boss. She didn't act until we exposed the coin for the world to see.
What kind of trust can you have in the chief and the police department that's what it requires to get here?
Well, I have total trust in the chief because the chief is the change agent for the department. I brought her in specifically for that.
Zerker's been the city manager for 7 years and an assistant city manager for years before that. Williams has been the chief for almost 5 years. And yet, the police department is facing a public trust crisis that's only growing. Record numbers of shootings in recent years, 100 cops on the Brady list, the challenge coin. The city manager himself admitted in a previous statement that Phoenix police have deep-rooted problems, but this outside investigation is only into the coin. Our politically charged investigation has exposed so much more, including Phoenix police and MCAO working together to label a group of umbrella-carrying protesters as a criminal street gang. Phoenix officers testified they were like the Bloods, Crips, and Hells Angels.
How do you feel about that? I mean, that's a huge decision. It's an embarrassing decision looking back on it in retrospect.
Well, I think it illustrates why I think the county attorney is doing a review and an investigation, and we're going to follow up on that when we get that information with investigating our side of that as well. It is concerning. We do have to be, very careful and clear about people's constitutional rights.
In response to our reports, the county attorney's office also launched an outside investigation.
I would like to get the information from the county attorney on that.
So that's very passive, though. You're going to rely on some open-ended investigation from an outside agency that may not even be interested in fully admitting what happened, and then you are going to act on that at some point in the future. Why can't you look into it now?
I don't think it's passive at all. I think it's getting the information from people it's people staying in their lane. The county attorney has a lane that she's going to fill.
Your officers lied to the grand jury.
And
Your
our officers, if they did that, they're going to be reviewed for that. They're going to get investigated for that.
Well, why not start that now?
I want to get all the information so we can do a thorough review of it.
So those officers will get a nice free pass 4 months until we wait for the county attorney to turn over what they might turn over?
If there's information that we have that any of our officers are lying in something, we'll investigate that.
I've presented plenty of it in black and white documents on my newscast, so I'm surprised that you guys haven't already started investigations, to be quite honest with you.
Well, the chief is investigating a variety of things, But as I said, we want to get the information from the prosecutors, from the county attorney, and we'll pursue our side as well.
Zerker says he believes Phoenix police can effectively police themselves. But since our reports, there's been a growing call for the Department of Justice to step in. That's coming from some city council members and some state lawmakers with districts in the city.
Has the DOJ contacted Phoenix at all or the FBI about this?
No, they've not contacted me.
What if they do? Would you welcome that?
Yes. Well, I'm not afraid of any, and the chief is not afraid either. We're not afraid of outside scrutiny, bringing people in to make us better.
I'm investigator Dave Biskobing, ABC 15, Arizona.
Dave's interview with the city manager was at 11:30 this morning. By 3:30, a spokesperson called to let him know the investigation would be expanding. We're told 13 officers are under investigation. We have also requested an interview with the police chief, but the city says they want that to wait until after their investigation.